evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome along to your second Monday night installment. That's right, if the Blues haven't gone, well, they will be tonight. Series, and it is the Pros. That's right, it is round number 2 of our 7-week series. Oulton Park last week, Brands Hatch, Spa, a return to Donington, you say? Snetterton, Silverstone, all still to come. Joining me this evening once again will be Kane.
Good evening.
As we take you through all the action from the first of a 2-part mini-series here in the summer series calendar. I need to put more spaces in that. And this is for a 60-minute jaunt here in the second round of our 7-part saga. And an absolute pleasure once again to welcome my stalwart pro commentator. It is Kane Denham. How are we doing this evening, Kane?
Fantastic, John, as always. And hello again to everybody out there. Welcome to another round here at the SOP.
As far as cars in medium rain are concerned, of course. It's just like a question like this setup will probably be abysmal if it actually is dry, because this setup is kind of meant to be able to drive in flooded conditions. Which, you know, you kind of have to do some things to it to be fine in floods. Most servers, most championships turn that amount of rain off basically, because it's really close to undrivable, especially when you're in spray. Alright, so it looks like in medium rain there are quite a bit of pressure differences still.
Don't forget the surprise, and then nothing but time, Manu said, and bus.
As you can see, my right side tires are quite a bit lower,
go by morning
but it's getting like really close.
The grey mink any day now, and Far
in
Love and Dealers Pet
dry, obviously the difference is significantly higher between the tire sides.
504 Rebel Show, Jaunty Velocity, your man
Milan generally does quite a bit more on
to
this
the
track.
back marker, often in my mind. Heading past the halfway stage, 6 flights left to jump. And it's 82 team over the next one from Forget the Surprise. Fazel Express made a mistake. Heading past our point of departure, mile and 2 to go, 5 flights to jump, and it's 82 team yet to be headed. Leads Forget the Surprise by 3.5 lengths in third. 2.5 lengths back is nothing but time, and then Anu said and Bustin, Morning Beatrice just a keg, and any day now, and the Grey Mink and Hoganville is starting to improve. Then Rule of June and Fire Love and Dealer's Pet and Jaunty Velocity, Frazzle Express, Beta Rebel Show, your man Milan often in my mind. Over the flight, a mile from the finish. That was
but
5
overall,
from
Aston
home.
feels fine. I think the biggest gamble
the
here
second
will
division of
be
the
the
Gorman Lock
amount of rain
handicap
that we need
2-6,
to deal with
82
and
team in front.
pressures.
Been there from the outset.
I can't really
leads,
do
forget the
an
surprise.
educated guess on
Nothing but
pressures
time.
either
The
because
Grey Mink has improved. Hoganville is continuing to work
because
up towards the
obviously in
leaders.
this
Then
practice
Rule
server
of June.
there's only me driving, so there's no dry line
leaders
forming.
quickly over that one. 82 team not so far in front. Heading to the 6 furlong point.
This race is very much a gamble in many ways because of the weather.
The Grey Mink,
it's also, at least in practice, the server was 2 times accelerated, so it's very unpredictable for 90 minutes.
Outside is Hoganville, then Far Love and Just a Keg, and any day now, and Rule of June tightening up. 5 furlongs to go. Good run to the third last flight. And it's 82 team reeled in by Forget the Surprise. Continuing to close is Hoganville. Then the Grey Mink and Nothing But Time. Morning Beatrice, Rule of June, Fire Love is getting into it. Then Any Day Now, Just a Keg, Jaunty Velocity, and Noosehead and Bus drops away. Then Dealer's Pet and Your Man Milan and Rebel Show and Frazzle Express. Round the home turn, 3 to jump. And it's Forget the Surprise, the new leader.
I think this
from
setup is going to be
Hoganville, Morning Beatrice, weakening under pressure is 82 team. Any Day Now is trying to stay on over the third last flight. In front is Forget the Surprise and opening up a lead over Hoganville, Fire Love, Morning Beatrice, the Grey Mink, Any Day Now, Rule of June, Frazzle Express, Just a Keg, Rebel Show, Jaunty Velocity at the second last, and it's Forget the Surprise over. We're clattering that flight and almost losing the rider Hoganville. Inheriting the second, it's Fire Love, but it's Forget the Surprise in front and comfortably clear. Coming to the final flight, it's Forget the Surprise who pops it with a lead of 5-6 lengths over Fire Love, then the Grey Mink, Frazzle Express, Rule of June, Morning Beatrice, Rebel Show, Any Day Now, Hoganville next. This is a very easy winner for owner jockey Anya O'Connor. Forget the Surprise, trained by Niall Madden, has romped it from Fire Love, the Grey Mink.
This corner is so easy to miss in the wet. You think like
Forget
you
the
have plenty of
Surprise,
time to
a
slow
very
down,
easy
but you
winner for
really
Niall
don't.
Madden and Anya O'Connor over at Navan. What an impressive display there.
This
Won
corner,
at 90,
like,
fancy to put in a big
Aston is
performance.
obviously
and
significantly
done
more
that,
comfortable to drive than anything else I've ever tried in the rain.
Get away to score, so nice to see. Get the head in front.
A lot of these corners would basically just be a death sentence. Well, not death sentence, but you really have to be on your fucking edge of your seat with your butt cheeks clenched to not die in some of these corners. While on the Aston, it's like, just be careful and counter steer a little bit if you need to.
But potentially the extra headgear angle, the changed headgear angle, could prove positive. Jumeirah Bay, another to come out of the Victoria Cup, didn't beat a rival home that day. It was a fiercely competitive reintroduction. Yet to win a handicap.
Better for what? Start really from ABS or from aggressive. So for what?
Martins went third to Al Mufti in a good handicap at Kempton over a
couple of things you do immediately. You probably raise DC depending on the car, how much you have to raise it, but you usually do raise it.
But they've not used
and then things like brake bias can go usually to the minimum, unless your car goes way under 50, but 50% is fine in the wet.
72 about Jumeirah Bay, so the market is speaking in the favour of.
And I would have thought back on.
And after that, some more changes. The more rain you have, the more changes you have to make. So something like increased ride height is important to be able to clear the standing water and not the whole plane like a dumbass. That's usually very important. Obviously finding the wet pressures is key.
Both coming out of the Victoria Cup. Acquitted was well fancied, went on favourite for the race, while Jumeirah Bay was having a reintroduction and a fiercely competitive one at that off a 7-month absence. Acquitted, if you just stop the taper furlong and a half out or so, looked like being a big part and a shake-up in the finish, but it wasn't that way, just faded out of things. They've gone for the first time tongue tie and blinkers combination.
Can't get too greedy even in the Aston, man.
The fact that the horse had been beaten second in the Spring Mile, obviously.
At least we can do donuts, boys.
And the last run on the all-weather was behind a horse called Palace Pier. last June at Newcastle.
But like obviously, you know, you have to make compromise. If you know the rain, the whole race is gonna be in the rain, you can definitely adjust the setup for it. But if you have a chance of the race being in the dry, you might want to skip some of the compromises.
Marcus went third to Al Mufti in a good handicap at Kempton over a mile in October. And I'm intrigued to see that they've left the blinkers off again, because the horse ran well in blinkers last year.
They weren't on last time,
and they've been left off again. But the money has come for the horse, who was 6 to 1 this morning, and is now into a short of 7 to 2. Gobi Sunset next in 7 to 1. Margub, you've got to say Morgub even.
Aston with these pressures probably feels like a Ferrari feels all the time.
Scratched the run at Doncaster last time. Marcus Dragoning intimating that just that softer surface didn't suit, and we know that Polytrack is no bad surface.
The pressures though for medium rain.
In a couple of novice events here in the years gone by.
Dude, how the fuck is this car so planted with those balloons on the rear?
Race unfolding in any other way than number 7 Amber Island,
that is
always
silly.
runs her race. Certainly here is going to give a good, honest account of herself. She gave Shimmering Dawn something to think about back in February when the terms of the race were seriously against her. But she still made the market leader, a horse
Probably indicates that my setup is a bit too safe.
A really good contest this. The last one to go forward is horse number 9, and that is Gobi Sunset. So with that,
it's like nothing ever happened. It's like I didn't do fucking 20 donuts there. Just goes.
They're off. Here we go. 7 furlongs is the trip.
Nice over rev there.
But the one who got a good start was
hello.
Sunset. Leads early on. Assad is second.
Hello.
Third in the green colours towards the outside. Amber Island on the wide outside is Going Places. The ridden along Pistoletto, yellow colours towards the inside is Jumeirah Bay. Then the blue and white of Mark Gorb. The one who's struggling early on, just in the orange and purple, is Herculean. That's about 5 lengths adrift. Coming towards the 4 furlong marker in the Ministry of Sound. Classical, 21st of August handicap. Pretty tight up front. Assad in the pink.
Acceleration there.
Going Places. Third on the inside is Gobi Sunset. On the outside in the dark green Amber Island between the two.
This car like provides very acceptable level of slip.
The yellow colours of Jumeirah Bay. And behind that's Juan Le Pan. Behind Juan Le Pan comes Acquitted. And behind Acquitted is Eagle Creek into the home straight. 2 furlongs left to run. Assad kicks and goes for home. The move is covered by Going Places on the wide outside. Amber Island makes good progress. There's room for Gobi Sunset on the inside. The cheek pieces of Pistoletto trying to get through. And behind this comes Gobi Sunset. The yellow colours Jumeirah Bay. Switch towards the outside. Inside the final furlong. Can anything catch Assad? Jumeirah Bay can. Wow, has come from
also, we're running a different livery today in the fast on. We're white with dark blue accent. Maybe I'll have a better luck than last race, so that's a bit too much trail braking, I guess.
Horses that came out of the Victoria Cup have filled 1st and 2nd places. Jumeirah Bay, who was never near a last in that race,
practice one
has
thing
gone
that I'm
on
always
and
so
really
good at.
stepped forward for that seasonal debut. Jumeirah Bay, who promised plenty last year and did so in the blinkers. They've been left off again, but was backed before this, and backed to suggest something good was in the offing. And the horse was ridden really coolly, really quietly up the inside, delivered with an effort.
All right, well, it's gonna be tricky, man. It's gonna be tricky. Still have like what, 2 minutes until the server goes up. I order food. I should go pick it up so it doesn't stand outside for the next hour and a half, even 2 hours really. All right, I'll be right back.
Just still walking around in front of the stalls. Second last into that support removed. It's a pretty good turn for himself. So the 3 runners going behind the stalls for our
and how bad is it? Oh, fuck off, man. This is so stupid. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me, mate? I mean, it's a chance to try out a fucking wet setup in the dry or in the dry. I just need to check the pressures. What would I need for this temperature then?
Goes forward for PJ
Or like
McDonald.
what, 14 to 7, something like that?
Now XL Power going in. Stall 3.
Something like that, I guess. So 59736171.
It's getting a little restless, XL Power. Now they apply the hood.
What was this 6-1, I think, and this was 7-1. This is gonna be so fucking bad. I can't even imagine right now.
Joe's on fire, a shade of odds on.
This is gonna be big doo doo.
Now XL Power goes in. Just waiting
Wait,
for
didn't I put
power.
slicks on? Didn't I do that? I did. Why did it? Is the track green? Why did they even show me that?
And the last one moves in.
AR race might not be wet,
Race over 6 furlongs,
but it might be.
The Wells Memorial Challenge Trophy Handicap. Kraken Power made a good start. Metro's on fire, close up with Kraken Power, and XL Power was rather slow away, just missed a beat at the start, sort of dropped in behind the other two as they make the run through the first couple of furlongs. Kraken Power's back to the near side rail, half a length away to Metro's on fire. And then just easing to the outside now is XL Power as they cross the 4 furlong marker. Kraken Power, Amy Gormley making the running, only a neck clear of Metro's on fire. PJ McDonald, 3 parts of the length.
Breakdowns might be a bit too close for this, but I'm not gonna fuck with that.
Past the halfway mark and they head toward the 2. Kraken Power against the rail, one off the fence. Metro's on fire.
Honestly, it's not that undrivable.
A
bit, way too much understeer on exits though, but
with work to do is the XL Power, and it's still Kraken Power against this near side rail, trying to fend off the sustained challenge of Metro's on fire.
It's pretty bad, I guess.
Pick them up, they come inside the final furlong. Kraken Power joined by Metro's on fire, a head-to-head duel inside the last.
Should we try to not break for this and see what happens for science?
The length clear going to the finish, and Metro's on fire will take the evening's feature and win a shade comfortably at the line. Metro's on fire, big Kraken
I mean, apart
Power.
from picking up massive amounts of graining, I don't think this would even be that bad. I'm just missing this corner in an Aston, it looks like. Very likely we'll do 56s in quali because it's green track. And before this whole race is wet or dry, and all this is for nothing. The setup is probably a bit too compromised though, to be fair. I could probably go somewhere midway. And that's one way to do it. Pressures look a bit on the low side. Not doing them any favors by eating the curbs this much. Yeah, the exit over understeers, the worst part about this now. It'll be hard to adjust the corner speed for what I need to do here. Looks like the pressure's a little bit too low. Really need to use these curbs to help the Aston turn, otherwise it just struggles a bit too much. Tell me if you hear a knock on the door, I'll know my food is here. Don't want it to stay outside my apartment throughout the race. The biggest issue with this setup is just to, or the biggest issue with this race is just to guess the setup, basically. Braking too much for the first corner. Okay, that's slightly better. 59 and 1s, that's not too bad. Mother of God. What are we mother of Godding about? The sun, man, it burns. That morning sun? I guess it is. Yeah, it's 5 a.m. Okay. Oh, time for a knock-knock jokes. Okay, yeah. Roger that. I see Mr. AJ is back. Yeah, he is. What were my pressures like? Dude, but now I don't have the other pressures. Man, I'm stupid. What do I do with this? I save it somewhere else, I guess. I just save it like this, so I know the roughly the pressures for this weather. Also, I'm now monitoring my PC performance to see why the hell am I experiencing the frame drops. Right, my food is here. got my foods. More upload, please? What do you mean? What do you mean? Are we dropping frames or something? Let me know if we are, because I'd rather not dropperino the frameronis. Track already turned fast. That's a quick transition. So the race, actually, the weather is continuous, and it looking very unlikely that it's gonna rain right now. What's the foods? Got a free delivery on a bunch of places, so I just went for a bucket of KFC I'm gonna eat after the stream. Not the best, but free delivery is hard to say no to. Bam, bam, bam. No, it's possible we're dropping frames. Time to bulk, dude. I would have to eat every damn chicken in KFC to gain any weight. Anybody's gonna go on voice on Discord? Nobody's doing this. The fucking dropout is massive on this round already. Holy fuck. Massive ass. Know what I should have done with this setup? I guess I can do that well since I'm not driving. 6277 6377. Discord reduces the IQ of a person, so maybe he just wants to dodge that. Yeah, time multiplier times 2 is a bit rough. I mean, as long as the weather stays like this, it's fine, I guess, but damn, man. I guess I should prepare a dry quality setup in case it's actually fucking dry. Dude, I need to take these pressures again. 6277, 6377. This was technically my dry setup. It wasn't very good. It really murders the tires badly. Like, really badly. I think there's just not enough rake here. Could even try to remove one more wing and see how it feels. Because I was really struggling to get this shit turning. Probably try something like this in quali. I'm probably gonna do 2 runs anyways. Knowing that setup is bad on tires, we probably don't wanna go twice. Plus, we might not nail the pressures right away. Alright, what's happening here? Also, no, my hitbox isn't that bad. For a second I thought I got the worst hitbox out there. Everybody's in an Aston, apart from this guy who's not in an Aston. Look at that Aston Horse car confirmed. No warm up. I did some laps. It's just that, like, we have such a little clue on what the hell is gonna happen with the weather that it's kind of pointless to go practice now. No Bentleys. We have Bentley. Bentley already won the championship, I think. Dude. Oh, fuck me, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. But too many buttons, not enough buttons. Alright, fuck knows how this setup is gonna feel. It's gonna feel like that, huh? Am I in zero? Oh yeah, I'm zero TC. That's what the issue is. Hello, Mr. Schubert. Good start, yeah. Accidentally switching TC off is the best start. It's like Bentley OP on every track, it's the gold, so always OP on every track. I forgot about the Gamba, sorry. We'll do the race.
second fast closing number 17 time this course. Lucky loser at driving last week had to take the hard call at the second last. They time ran on well, just not getting there in time. The only suppose they were possibly finding more late on for pressure and set up for big price here in the week race. Julie won't pick up last year. There you go, good up the last. Reggie the right shot. So looks like he might get back in terms of the price. His Assetto, he's got most respect for him so far going 21. And number 17 flying home late on, just getting in the half length next off of their time well. The rider there's a winner, number 8, best headed with John Slaney. Hugh Morgan who's the steering
whatsoever. So when the pictures were cut here, take a look at them on our monitor. That was the scene I saw. Kieran Fallon just about to get off the horse and stuck with the horse being walked down to post with Kieran Fallon, who looks like a success of the night after his victory in the first of all sanitizer. Dollar bid, a 7-1 shot. Montpata, there's Jack mentioned on Roger Vera looking for that quick double. This is obviously in a race where there are lots of exciting horses at decent angles. I heard George talking about the pace could be a 7-10 furlongs. Montpata is obviously the most appealing, maybe on paper, as one that could just yet be a seriously exciting horse. Hogan seems to just shy of a year. There have been entries all over the place. I mentioned both the Royal Handicap, who's obviously very right down the list. But there's also an entry in a decent handicap standout just the other day. But what they've done is opt to come here and stretch out the stamina. 10 furlongs for the first time. It's been goaded since last season, winning that first medals event at very similar to a race where Carlos told the standard of opposition he would place much better here than he won it as the price suggested he would. He did break the maiden back here in 2019 as well, so the reintroduction to racing on polytrack shouldn't be a negative for him. There's a John Smith Cup entry, obviously in a few weeks' time, the second Saturday in July, so this would be the indicator as to whether 10 furlongs is the route they want to go down, but he could yet prove quite good. He's 74 to win for the first time on track in nearly a year. Bright start, number 1, back from Dubai, and it was a fruitful spell in Dubai. Pat Cosgrave's aboard. He was 1 from 1 on board the horse earlier on in the year, blasted the horse home in a non-carnival event on the dirt for the first time in January. It wasn't necessarily the strongest race run out at Meydan earlier this year, but he still won it at a very, very taking start. And the last time we saw the horse was in a non-carnival event midway through March behind a horse called Remorse, who was extremely well bred and took them apart that day. Behind this horse, Bright Start, was the stablemate Real World, a couple of positions behind. It was run over 10 furlongs. Now, Real World,
good evening, everyone. Great to be here once again.
In the Royal Hunt Cup just a few hours ago. He, like this horse, Bright Start, is trained by Side Vince Ross, so they'll be hoping that the transition from exactly the same time, of course, midway through March, to back racing in Britain is no negative whatsoever. The form's been taking a boost courtesy of that success from Real World, and they'll be hoping the Bright Start can come out of that same Meydan handicap and win tonight. I liked his profile ahead of the carnival, and not least actually his course and distance second to declared interest. It looked a good handicap on paper last October. It was a race that looked strong at the time, and he acted pretty well around here.
It is
Given the
Christian
presence of a horse like
Romano
Group 1 Power in the
himself,
lineup,
master race
they could just
strategist,
really take each other on early here.
Chromadex, how we doing,
Group 1 Power is obviously a fascinating runner in the King Power Silks, who was last seen at Epsom just a week and a half ago on Derby Day.
Great to be here, looking forward to
for the race which followed the Derby, the
what's
mile
been
and a half handicap.
state-of-the-art competition.
Until
now, 6 drivers have seen the podium, and tonight I'm sure we'll see plenty of action at Silverstone. And there could be a bit of a surprise because we could see some rain sparking on the track. So it's going to be interesting.
Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. We have, of course, been at Kailami, Imola, Suzuka, Spa, Laguna Seca.
Understand that he's going to be running without his near four shoe. That's just being fed through for Group 1 Power. He's dropping to 10 furlongs for the first time and reverts to polytrack, a surface that he's 2 from 2 on, having started his career early in 2020, winning a couple, a maiden and a novice event on this surface. He was probably just outstayed last time.
but
I don't think he's handicapped out of it and completely in the grip of the handicap off 88. There's loads of angles into this. Doddabid, who we last seen walking down with Kieran Fallon shepherding him down. Back to 10 furlongs for just the second time in a short career. Their switch back to this surface is no bad thing. Was made favourite at Doncaster last time out.
But yeah, he is in 6th at the minute. Honeymoon last week rejoining us this evening. 2 podiums. Lucas Eager, Ryan Renoir, Kingy McGee, winner in the last series, and Michael Hutchison making up the top 10. We've got Oscar Saristo, Johnny Marsh, Moxopoulos and Alistair Clinch, with George Bratsos and Stefan Van Hal making up 16 through 10. Sam Susan there as well, and so is Gerge Kunsabo with Philip Beeston, Peter Jeffrey, Ryan McIntosh and Andy Purcell. Ian Egan, Musa Masum, Giannis Saknes, Mo Omar, Matt Camelio and Andrea Kopolis, Chris that is, all joining us as well. Andy Kingy McGee, Huckabee Brown, John Carlos Schooner. We've only got 22 drivers on track actually, so I'll probably stop running through there, but that is quite a field there, Chromedix, and a couple of drivers well worth taking note of.
Yeah, there are some drivers to watch, surely for the entire 90 minutes of the race. The first one to mention is the best one on the grid, as the point stand. It's Jason Levors, and on his Bentley, and the Bentley is one of the best cars of the game. Also is it's actually underrated. It's one of the greatest of the great, and especially around here in Silverstone. The another one in form, if it's right to say, it's about Hubert Szymanski. I hope I say it correctly.
Szymanski, yep, very good, very good.
On his Ferrari, tricky car to drive, and in fact in qualifying it's not getting too great, but I hope in race pace it could give more on the power of the car. Then there is Alex Phillips. Congratulations, because of the honeymoon.
Yes,
and
indeed.
He's in good form. He just missed the last round, but he already scored 2 podiums, 2 third place. So it's not that we are not gonna see a surprise for him. Maybe we could even see something more than a third place, maybe second or even a win. And I want to suggest a little surprise, because I think Ryan Renoir on his Porsche, it's a possible surprise, because in the last rounds he got an astonishing improvement. He went from 30th on the grid to 8th to 4th. So maybe you can see another step on the staircase towards the top. So those are the ones to watch. Surely there will be someone else with a bunny from the hat, but I'm pretty sure they will get us a good show for tonight.
I would say you've covered all the top bases there, Chromedix. Before we get some more of Chromedix, I just want to say MSX is in the chat. Oh yes, he's back. Chromedix, you are...
Hello.
Yeah, that's right, Chromedix is back. Definitely one of the top end co-commentators we've got here. And just to prove the wealth of knowledge that Chromedix has, as I bigged them up in the intro, Chromedix, hit me with some of your knowledge on this track. We've called it track peculiarities, my friend. Hit me with some info here that the drivers and viewers should be watching out for.
Yeah, we are talking about Silverstone. It's very challenging for the tires. It's one of the tire eater, if I can say it, of the tracks, because it really puts a lot of work on the tires. Therefore, you can do long stints. The max possible is around 50 minutes, maybe 1 hour if you really stretch it out. But you can end up losing up to 2 seconds per lap if you go too far with your tires. So I could expect some undercuts, some very straight undercuts, maybe even 40 minutes, and then going straight for another 50 minutes stint. It's a tricky track because you need both high downforce for the high speed turns, but also there are a lot of slow turns, like the first one that comes to my mind is the loop, and you need need to choose one to put the most of your setup, or you can choose to put equal effort to both the components of your car. Setup is tricky. It's not the main thing here, because you can also end up pretty well with your own abilities, but setup really helps. The overtake spot is turn 1, the cops, but it's very hard because of the speed you are getting through. Then there is Stowe, Club, Village and Loop, and in the end, the last hairpin at Loopfield. Another hard overtaking spot, not because it's difficult to go through, but mostly because it's difficult to overtake. You can go on the outside or taking a V-shape, but mostly the inside really covers up the exit, so it's tricky, but you can do it. You can really see some mistakes in the cops, because it's, I think, the trickiest of the turns of the track, but also in Maggots and Beckets, the famous, probably the most famous part of Silverstone. As I said, the Bentley is one of the best cars because of the great handling, and it's really fast in a straight line. And here there are two straights, so you can really use them well. But also the McLaren, because it has some downforce affinity that if you can really, it's hard. But if you can hit the right box, you can get a full crate of happiness from it. The track is on an all airfield, therefore it doesn't have altitude variations, it doesn't have a lot of bumps, it's very clear, very straight, so you can run with a very low 8 setup, and therefore you can adjust yourself with the wings, with the wing or the splitter, so some cars have it, or you can really work well with the dampers, considering the surface is really plain.
But he's won. Montatha, who sat off them, closed. It's not always easy to do that at Chelmsford.
As I said, it's
but on the near side, it's got the head bound where it matters.
Royal Air
Bright
Force
Start,
bomber
who set
station.
this race apart from the very word go,
for the number
albeit
17 operational training unit. That's a bit of history. And you can still see part of the old airfields on the middle of the track because of the runways. And in classic World War II, it has a triangle formation with one section running parallel to the Hangar Strait. From above, it's a really nice view to see every time.
It really is, it really is. So there we go, some track facts there, brought to you by Chromadic. So fascinating stuff. One question I did want to ask though, Chromadic, you were talking about the tyre life. Given that our drivers are out so early in the morning, is that likely to have any kind of impact on their tyre degradation? Will it help? Will it hinder? What do we think on that subject?
It will have a great impact because it depends if people are running with closed or open brake ducts. We are at the moment we are at 15 degrees. I will start with colder tires because if the temperature skyrockets, which is very likely to happen, you end up with the brakes and tires. Overheating tires means you get more degradation of the tires. And life expectancy is already very low on the tires, so you don't want to even lower it down even more. Therefore, I think the major issue is not the last part of the race, but it's the first part, because people will have very they could have, because it's not certain, it depends on the setup, but they could end up with very cold tires. And that's where a driver needs to be. It's where you notice the ability of a driver. If you can get the maximum of the tires even at cold temperature, it's really good, because not everyone can go to the maximum point of the tires with cold tires. Also because you can end up going straight on the turns or the other way around, literally, because you can end up with a spin.
So we'll see. So the drivers, can the drivers take it to the limit in these cold conditions around Silverstone? 1948, of course, it was built. It's had quite a few layouts over the years. 18 corners, 5.8 kilometres long. Midfield will be spicy. We've got Loris PSK in the chat. 6 manufacturers in the first 6. Very, very, very cool indeed. Those top 6, of course, are Samir Foch in the Aston, Manos Girardis in the Lamborghini, Hubert Szymanski in the Ferrari, Jordan Sones in the Audi, Ryan McIntosh in the Porsche, and Black Goldsaw in the Bentley. He is going to lead us off to start this 1 hour 30-minute race. It is week number 7. That is the wrong page I just opened. Do love technology. We do love technology. Let me just have a look at this. And it is, as we say, Black Goldsaw is the man we're watching at the moment. 1 minute 57 his qualifying time. 1 minute 57 flat, I believe it was. Sorry, we're too busy going over track details. I should have got a proper note of that, which I'm sure I did.
Yeah, he did a 57.0.
57.0.
Was about 0.3 behind.
3 tenths.
Yeah. Actually,
no,
a finishing work from him, from Ryan McIntosh, because his best achievement is a 2nd place. But in the last 3 races he didn't score better than 23rd on the finish line. So right now he's 2nd, and he could be the 5th surprise, the 5th one to watch that I didn't mention because it's really a surprise, because effectively, as I said, there are some people who are gonna put the bunny out of the hat, and I think he just did it.
Yeah, he's actually been involved in a couple of incidences, Ryan. Not always of his own making, a couple of driver errors as well. He has visited the podium, 21st position overall in the championship, but he has been on the podium with a 2nd place, no less. So yeah, definitely could be one to watch. Fascinating lap here at Silverstone for round 7. Of course, it's Bathurst next week. That's only a 60-minute race we'll be putting our drivers through. It'll certainly be entertaining from start to finish. There are prizes on offer. The jerseys, of course. Do we have time to have a quick look at them? Of course we do. Yep, there's the gold jersey, and there's the bronze jersey, and there's the silver jersey. There we go. That's what the drivers are vying for. There is a map of Silverstone. Of course, it is a bit confusing depending on which motorsport it is you watch, depending on which the track. Wrong button. It is the drivers will be using, well, not so much the layout, it's more to do with the pits. They use completely different pits depending on which competition it is. Why is that lagging? Please don't do this to me now. Manos Girardis definitely will be one to watch in that Lamborghini. So good pace last week as well. Again, another driver caught up in an unfortunate incident. 90 minutes, as Chromedix was saying, tyre life's probably someplace around the 50-minute mark. So yeah, we could really see drivers pitting as there. I mean, they want to make sure they've got 50 minutes left at least. So the 40 minutes into the race, we could see a massive jump for the pits. Huckabee Brown, Omar Moe, Michael Hutchison, Pete Jeffrey, Andrew Purcell, Demetrius Amoxopoulos, Stefan Van Hal, George Bratzoth, Giannis Saknis with Lucas Egan, Ian Egan, Alex Phillips, Musa Masoon, Alistair Clinch. Where's Alistair? There he is. Lee Kingy McGee, Ryan Renmar, Samir Foch, Manos Girardis, Hubert Szymanski, Jordan Sones, Ryan McIntosh, and Black Goldsaw, the 22 drivers making up the grid this evening. Good evening, AKM Racing UK. Coming to keep an eye on your drivers. Love to see it. Marky Marks is in the chat. Sex, what are those sexy liveries? SOP, yes indeed. They are some lovely, lovely, lovely liveries.
Yeah, the SOP skin is very, 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 very pleasing to watch. I really like it.
Yeah, it really is. Guys in all white liveries in the same team. I think there's a couple that are different. We'll go through them in a minute because we're about to get the green lights here. Oh, and I tell you what, the Porsche wants to make sure he's not out of position. Get your nose back, get your nose back. Green light, go, go, go. Green light, away they go. Oh, and I tell you what, there's a massive drop at the back there. Who was that dropped out of position? Oh, and I tell you what, it's the SOP Ferrari that's going to lose out. And I did mention Gerard this, and he's right through on Szymanski then, no messing about. I knew
Let's go back to Fran Berry at Navan. It's not getting any easier, Fran.
That's right, it was Ryan McIntosh in the Porsche up inside.
Good race from the S8 race here the evening, and we're even doing requests here in Racing TV tonight. Jack Rogers sent in a message. His mum, Jocelyn, a long-time viewer of the channel, birthday today, and are at home watching Navan, and hopefully they haven't followed any of my tips this evening because we've got slower and slower. But happy birthday to you all there. Hope you're having a good evening there. This is a handicap and the
AKM driver on the outside, Alistair Clinch. And we've got the other Porsche driver there, up popping his nose in. Who's that in the other Porsche? I should know who that is straight off the bat. It's Ryan Renmar, who we're on board with. Yeah, Ryan Renmar. Nibbling in about there as well. Oh, a bit of coming together in the background there. The black Ferrari of Musa Masoon. Oh, AKM SOP down.
There's a crash.
Oh, 1 through, 2 through, 3 through. Oh, 4 wide. Oh, and that is a cue ball effect. That's Lucas Ziga.
The big one.
Yeah, that's Lucas Ziga. Man down. That's several drivers down then. Oh, and there goes another one. Oof, action-packed first lap then. Let's let the timing board up. With
that's a big one.
Yeah, Ryan McIntosh is in the lead then. Black Goldsaw in second. Jordan Stones still in third. Then it's Manos Gerardis up in fourth. Szymanski down to fifth. Samir Foch still in sixth, but under mega attack here from Ryan Renmar. Alistair Clinch is also under attack from AJ to the P. Going to try and go round the outside through Luffield. Aston Martin. It's hard to tell which one's which, but it's AJ to the P on the inside. It's going to be a little bit of contact. And he's got through there. What a move that is, Chromedix.
Wow. As I said, you can overtake that, but it's nearly impossible, and he just don't care. He did it anyway. Wow.
Yeah,
astonishing work.
Astonishing work, exactly. Let's have a look down the field now. He's still in the slipstream. And this is going to be one, there's going to be overtakes right down to the very last lap. I'm absolutely telling you now. Oh, tell you what, Ryan Renmar got himself a bit much dust there. So he's going to find the gap very quickly open, and I tell you what, Alistair Clinch is not for letting this position go, and neither is that Ian Egan just in the background. It is, and we can see how close they are coming through the back there. We will stay on board. Let's have a look at what Ian Egan can see then, and I keep forgetting to switch the virtual mirror off from doing practice laps around here earlier. I'm sorry, but you can see what Ian Egan can see behind him, and that's Alistair Clinch's run wide. He's managed to gather himself, but that has put paid to any advances he was looking to make on Alex Phillips, you would feel. Oh, just up ahead though. Just up ahead, Ryan Renmar and Hubert Szymanski getting involved. So Szymanski has found himself in
side by side with chicane. I think there is a battle for the 15th place, because they were side by side.
Oh, there's a big gap now, so I think they've maybe on a bit of contact. Someone's been served. Samir Foch, has Samir got past Hubert then? I think he has. I need to set up the replays on this properly. But yeah, so... Yeah, Samir Foch is up to 5th, so he's got the move done on Szymanski. Szymanski is now under pressure from Ryan Renmar. Alex Phillips still feeling a bit of heat from Alistair Clinch. He's feeling all kinds of heat from Ian Egan in 10th. Oh, Sackness has run wide. Quite a few drivers are going to sneak through there, so that's going to put paid to any type of accurate positioning I was about to give you. So we'll start at the back. Lucas Ziga just coming out the pit, so that's his mandatory pit stop cleared. No damage.
Sakinis, I think he lost about 10 position because he was 12.
Oh, shows you just how close the rest of the field is.
Yeah, I think he went wide on, I think it's the Abbey, the farm curve, better. I think he went straight and lost 10 position in just one shot.
Yeah, I think you might have saw him absolutely fascinated. This battle in the middle of the pack here, currently led by Samir Foch. He's got Szymanski, Renmar, Phillips, and then Egan. How do I feel like we're missing a name there?
They're all 22. for now.
Alistair Clinch has dropped off. Alistair Clinch was the man battling, yeah, with this team. He's now behind Stefan Van Hal then. So Stefan's made a great move. He's up to 10th. Alistair's going to try and go back up the inside. So he was battling for a much higher position.
Yeah, he was battling for 8th.
Yeah, he was battling with Alex Phillips. Oh, we see a lot of dust getting kicked up there as well. Track limits are going to be all over the place. The chat is alive as well. This is going to be amazing. 90 minutes on one set in the Porsche is going to be brutal. Yes, it really is. That's a long stint. Did I miss carnage at the start? Not quite carnage at the start. In the middle of the lap, coming along the Hangar straight, or the Hamilton straight. There was...
around the outside. Renard made a place.
Oh, so he did. Oh, so he's got the move done on Szymanski then. I was looking at the timing boards there to see what was going on, and yeah.
He went on the inside, just on the before the loop, and managed to overtake Szymanski.
So Renmar then back up. Oh, look how much he closes.
And Murchison is falling down the standings. I don't know what happened to him.
Gerardis has been overtaken by Sones. Sones has got the move done as well. We've missed that as well. Sones is up to 3rd position. There we go. That's just confirmed that. So Gerardis, who made positions at the start of the race, back down to 4th position. Black Gold Saw. Look how close he is at the moment. That is incredible. The gap between these two, absolutely nothing at all. The Porsche and the Bentley battling out for the top spot here. Battles right through the field. Sakness on Hutchison. I mean, Moxopoulos, Masoon and Bratsos are all right on top of one another. Clinch and Van Hal are going out at hammer and tong. Egan, Phillips and Szymanski, along with Ryan Redbar. Gerardis is still hunting down Sones, keeping it within half a second. And half a second is exactly the gap between Black Goldsaw and Ryan McIntosh at the front of the pack. Absolutely incredible stuff here. And I tell you what, something I was going to talk about a bit later in the race, but we might as well get it out there now. With these drivers pushing it so hard, Chromatics, track limit penalties could come into place sooner rather than later.
More than track limits, I think the major problem is mistakes themselves. Hutchinson has just lost 5 positions in just one shot. Sakhinis lost 10. I think, well, the other Aston of King McGee, he was in the first. I think he was 6th when the incident happened. So I wouldn't worry too much about track limits because, well, you have plenty of space in the track. One of the biggest pros of Silverstone is that you can really play on the world track. The problem is that it doesn't forgive you. You make a mistake, done. There isn't a second chance. You make a mistake, it's done. And I think the Porsche of Zige has got the major impact on it because he has already did a pit stop, but he should need another one before the end of the race. So I think we just got our first victim of Silverstone.
Yeah, I would say so from that little instant halfway through the opening lap. Huge shout-outs in the chat. There is so much action going on. Somebody is definitely going to be disappointed. We're going to miss stuff left, right and centre. But there is only so much we can cover at once, unfortunately. But the action is thick and fast. Ryan McIntosh, Black Gold Saw.
Ooh.
No quarter given the race between the top two. Jordan Soames, bit of a train for him behind him. Him and Gerardis, though, often running now. Samir Foch having to defend for all he's worth against Ryan Renmar. How long can he keep that up? Just behind Ryan Renmar then is Szymanski, who'd lost a position recently. Alex Phillips is the man now putting the pressure on him. Alistair Clinch has gotten himself back up ahead of Stefan Van Hal, who is up to 10th. Bratsos is in 11th. And just behind him you've got Masoon, Ian Egan in 13th, Moxopoulos and Lee Kingy McGee in 15th. We all know how quick he is. Up the inside, does he get it done on the brakes? Absolutely, definitely he does. What a move that is into the chicane.
I don't want to say horrible things, but I think right now as it stands, Golso is about to win the championship. Even if he ends up in 2nd place. Ooh, overtake on the inside!
Oh.
And not on the inside.
Yep, is he going to be Is this coming into Village? Oh no, this is coming at the end of the lap. This is Luffield. Yeah, as well. Look how much the Porsche is closed up, and there comes Alex Phillips flying in the corner.
He's drifting.
Oh, the Porsche has gone
nearly lost the
wide.
car.
He's had the brake check. That's brought the four of them right on top of one another then. So Alex Phillip, he's getting himself a late wedding present here. He's got 3 cars right in front of him. This would get him into the top 5. This is unbelievable.
Has now 2 seconds to fill up with his speed, so it's not about to be the time because he has still plenty of time, but 2 seconds are there. I think he wants to fill them in zero time as fast as he can.
Okay. Let me just see.
Ooh! As I said, it ran over went wide on the exit of the Beckett's, and now he has lost 2 places in maybe 3, just 1 shot. Yeah, he lost 3 places. That's the case of commentator.
He's losing more places there as well.
Maybe not. Still on the inside of chicane. It will now be the outside because of how the chicane is done, and he tries for the inside, but he's too far behind, and he lost 3 places in the exit of the Beckett's.
Wow, that is incredible stuff. Oh, and AJ loses a bit of tyre grip there, has to throw it through full Tokyo drifting at Aston Martin. The Porsche is going to go around the outside coming into Village. Oh, bit of slide on the Porsche tyres. He's going to be back on the inside coming to the apex. He's got the apex here, but he's going to be open for the cutback. Oh, you'd want a little bit of slipstream here, but he does have
there.
Oh, side by
He's
side.
still there. That's side by side in the straight. There is nothing between them.
Absolutely nothing to separate the 2 drivers here. The Aston Martin has got the inside at the moment, but the Porsche is very quickly going to have the inside. Makes the most of that then. The Aston Martin falls back into place, looking to get a bit of slipstream there. So Ryan Renmar retakes 7th place before the timing board even had a chance to update.
No, I think he was. Ooh, they nearly touched it.
Sorry, Chromedix, I was talking to you in the background there, my friend. Keep talking. What have we got for us here? We've got AJ to the P and Ryan Renmar. Fascinating battle here between these 2.
Ooh, King Major lost the car. He has lost two places.
Well, Lee Kingy McGee.
Yeah.
Wow,
he's now 7 seconds behind, and he was in 13th place. I think he lost the car on. I don't know which turn because I didn't see, but he certainly lost 10 seconds or something.
Wow, that's a big chunk to lose. His teammate though, Andrew Purcell, he's just got the move done there on Michael Hutchison. So he's got the move done on Hutchison. Huckabee Brown looking to follow his teammate through. Oh, Hutchison makes the mistake then. Huckabee's going to love the look of that. There we can see the Aston Martin AKM driver closing in on the Aston Martin fitted UK driver. He's in the middle of an AKM sandwich at the minute, going to go up the inside.
Down to the inside. Ooh, they touched it, I think. No.
No, I don't think there was any contact there. No, and he's absolutely got that move done as well. So Hutchison losing out then to both AKM drivers then. Szymanski's looking lively again. Still got Samir Foch in front of him. Gratikold, so still got Ryan Renoir in front of him. Gerardis has still got Sones in front of him. Very, very close indeed, all the way through. Ian Egan as well. Let's not forget him. Dimitris Amoxopoulos is his next target. Going to be very difficult to get past him as well. Both very, very, very solid drivers defensively. Let's see how Szymanski is getting on though, with Samir Foch up ahead of him. Looks like he's going to try and make a move into turn 1.
He went wide.
Yeah, big wiggle there. Did you see that from Foch? He caught on the inside there. Gave himself the wiggle. Why is it jumping between 6th and 7th position? What's going on there? Is Ryan Renoir still on the track? Yeah, he is. Look how close Ryan is.
I think Szymanski went for just showing himself on the mirror, but he did.
Oh, he's cut the track. Renoir
again.
yeah, that's a big old cut of the track. Something's up at the moment. I don't know if we're having some kind of connection issue, but the positions of the drivers seem to be flicking about. I hope everything's okay at home on the stream.
Yeah, Purcell is now in 21st place. I think he lost 2 or 3 places. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, sorry, I was talking. Oh, so Purcell, yeah. Sorry, so it wasn't Hutchison that was overtaken. It was actually Purcell, yeah, that got the 2 AKM drivers went past. There's Michael Hutchison there. He's actually closing in on Omar Moe to get up to 17th. Let's stick with the battling up front. No, I mean, weird. Look how close he is once again.
To be honest, I think Renoir could have a problem with the tires because he has already lost the car on the same place. The biggest problem is that you can get a slow puncture if you cut too much the curbs. And it's not to say anything because I don't have the data necessary to say it, but there is a possibility that he may have a slow puncture on the left of the car, and therefore he tends to go understeer in the section of the track because it's very you need to be very precise in it. So it may be the reason because he's going wide not every time, but it's already twice, and maybe there has been a third time because even before I saw he went a bit wider, but just with the tail of the eye.
Sir Foch has just run wide at turn 1 as well.
Yeah, he went wide.
Black Goldsaw coming into Magnussen Beckett. Sorry, stop changing your tracks there. But Black Goldsaw is definitely. I'm just checking the lap times then. And Goldsaw is the quickest man on track at the moment. He is actually 2/10 a lap quicker. Or he's set lap 2/10 quicker than McIntosh already in this race, and he's in 2nd place. So he is definitely keeping himself well and truly in touch. Speaking of in touch, Szymanski and Foch still battling hard. Let's see just how close he's getting. That's not the camera we want, that is the one we got. Samir Foch, Salt Racing Team, of course, Sir Foch on Twitch, and that is SOP's Hubert Szymanski, his teammate, in fact. Chasing them down at the moment. We can see Ryan Renmar in the background with Alex Phillipsen up in 8th place. He'll be looking to keep a very close eye on what's going on here. As you can see, Szymanski getting so close. The precision between these drivers, keeping it this close, is fairly impressive to say the least. Look at Michael Hutchison. He is on and off the back of Omar Moe at the moment. Again, as Chromodix was saying in the opening, it's not the easiest track to get the overtakes done, and that is certainly being played out here with some of these drivers. Hutchison currently in 18th. He's going to have to get a move on though. Into Village very late on the brakes. Holds it though just about. He's definitely looking quicker than Moe in the McLaren. Omar used to drive a Ferrari as well, so I think he's just getting used to a new car. But it is the fitted UK driver of Michael Hutchison. Just looking to get that overtake done. Another fitted UK driver. He's got the 2 AKM drivers in front of him. That is Huckabee Brown and Pete Jeffrey. So it's now those 2 drivers that are sandwiched between the fitted UK drivers. So they'll be looking to, no doubt, use a bit of slipstream and help one another get as far back up the track as they can. 20 minutes into the race. Looks like Black Goldsaw. Look how close he is still getting. Every time we look away from Goldsaw, Chromodix, he suddenly gets to within a 10th, 2/10, and it's just, again, all over the back of this Porsche like an absolute rash. And all this time in the slipstream on a tyre heavy track already. This can't be doing him any good long term.
In certain points it helps you because there are some straights and you can. Oh, Mason is falling down the grid.
Still waiting for Bellevue Lad.
Who is sorry?
Fold on.
Mashum. Sorry, Mason.
Oh, Mason.
Yeah, he was in 10th and he lost free position.
Safely forward.
Oh, so he has, and he's got George Bradshaw just behind him as well. With Lee Kingy McGee, who's recovered. They've got Sackness, who's recovered as well, now right on top of One Earth. That's going to be an interesting one very soon. In fact, let's jump back on board and have a look at that.
This is Polar.
But yeah, about the tires, on the straights it helps you because you can go faster and try the lunge as he's about to do. Right now, I'm about to talk about it. But staying on the back of someone for 20 minutes straight, the fronts are gonna ask for some help because you are really rely on them because of the DTR. So I wouldn't stay that close. I would get some distance because he obviously, I don't say he can't overtake it, it's just that 20 minutes is already too far, so I will step back, relax, taking a second of gap to get some relax on the tires and then keep to restart to fight. And I think he's going for the outside. Second to one? No, maybe not.
Yeah, no, they're definitely battling hard here, and all that's doing is bringing Sackness back into it as well. He's hovering very close.
The curves.
Oh, he's going to go up inside. Oh, the issue. Kingy McGee chops his nose clean off and holds the position. Sackness backs right off. Let's see if Corsa's backed off any. Nope. That answers that question. They've got Lucas Ziga then, they've just lapped him. Look how close it's taken his mandatory pit stop after getting caught out in that incident. Right, halfway through the start of the first lap. It's absolutely live here. Mouse-like, thank you for the follow. AKM Racing, thank you for the host. But yeah, Mouse-like, sorry. I'm not getting notification sounds. I hope you guys do get to see the notifications popping up. You should. Yep, you should. So yeah, hoping you do. Yeah, so in the chat, love to see it. Respect indeed. The post carries so much more speed through the fast corners. Indeed, lots of action. You better believe that. Robopunk, awesome stuff. Good evening, Brian. How we doing? Pretty good racing there. Indeed, there is, Mouse like. The top 8 are so fast. You ain't kidding, Simon. Even with my new steering lock, that's still beyond alien pace, or the pace that some of these guys are putting in. Szymanski and Foch. They're still having their own ding-dong drama here. Where Ryan Renoir got himself courtside seats to the action. There's a Porsche just there. Oh, Lee Kingy McGee as well. Lee Kingy McGee, can we get on there quick enough? Oh, look how close he still is then. Again, love this camera here. You can see how close Fitted UK driver is. And then he's got Sackness just behind him, whose team name I forget at the moment. Let's see who he is. Ah, it's TF Racing. There's a couple of Greek guys in the race for different teams. Just to make it interesting.
But staying this close is really hurting his tires. It's really close, but he can't throw the knife correctly. He's taking the aim, but he still can't launch it. And as I said, I will back up because it's more efficient to keep the tires, maybe undercut, and then go 100% on it, especially on the outlap. Also, the Bentley, as not like the Mercedes, but on the cold tires is not the best of the cars. So I don't know if he's going for the overcut, which is a good idea, to be honest, because of the Bentley characteristics, or he can go for the undercut and straight on overtake McIntosh on the pits.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. It really is wide open. Szymanski is still with his battle. Then let's get on board with the Ferrari. It is the greatest car on the game. No arguments from anyone, or you get banned from commentary future events. Just saying. I'm of course kidding. This summer, one man, one Ferrari. But yeah, Hubert Szymanski is the man in the Ferrari at the moment, and he is sandwiched between an Aston Martin and a Porsche. It is Samir Foch and Ryan Renoir either side of them. They've now got themselves a quite comfortable gap back to Alex Phillips, 2 seconds, but he's nice and comfortable as well. 7 seconds is the gap back to Alistair Clinch, who's made it back up to 9th. Stefan Van Hal still in 10th. Ian Egan's up to 11th, so great comeback drive from him. Sackness is looking to get one over on George Bratsos, fellow Greek driver, but two different teams, Racing Spirit Team and TF Racing, of course. So those two will be going at a hammer and tong once again. I'm loving the hammer and tongs this week, haven't I? I think it's because they're playing all the Warzone and the Russians in it, but there we go. Let's have a look.
Oh, we missed the King McGee doing an overtake because he's down 14th.
Oh, did he get it done on Bratsos? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So there we go. We did miss Bratsos and Sagnas. I actually clocked it because the two of them were about to race one another. I just never put two and two together and got the correct number. But yeah, Kingy McGee then, he's made it up to 14th. It's Musa Musum ahead of him now with Dimitris Amoxopoulos just ahead of them. Let's have a look back up at the front then. Or no, let's have a look at Ryan Renwart. Ooh, so Sir Fosh has extricated himself from this little battle. And it's now Ryan Renwar versus SOP's Hubert Szymanski. Ryan in the Porsche running great guns at the moment. Oh, tries to go side by side through Luffield. Coming on to the start-finish straight. Neither man comes into pit. So far only Lucas Ziga out of our 22 drivers has taken his pit stop. From what our in-house race genius, Chromedix, was telling us. Usually about a 50-minute stint you would expect at this track. We've been racing for 27 minutes, so 23 minutes from now, you're welcome. We could well see a lot of drivers start to pit as that's 50 minutes in. Or, of course, they could try and push it for the extra 10 minutes to try and... Or that would, of course, yeah, would that take them to, sorry? That would leave them 40 minutes of the race.
I think...
Yes, so we could see them starting in, sorry, so the pit window, so to speak, would be 10 minutes from now when they would have 50 minutes of the race, or 20 minutes from now when they would have been running for 50 minutes, is the point I was trying to get across. Ryan Renwar is not the man on screen, it's Ryan McIntosh. He's run wide through the last corner, absolutely mercilessly into turn one. Black Goldsaw gives him a big old squeeze.
Ooh.
Oh no, that's not even turn one. This is Village they're coming in. That was the Hamilton straight. Oh, look how close he's getting again. They were side by side there momentarily. Unbelievable action from these two drivers coming into the last straight of the lap number 13. Still all kinds of pressure. And like you were saying, Chromedix, this really can't be doing Goldsaw. Oh, what was the wiggle for? Oh, is he telling Ryan off?
What is he doing?
I think he may be telling Ryan off for wiggling too much or making too many defensive moves. So I think that's it, because there's no way he's warming his tyres up 13 laps in. Let's put it that way. He was
there is another problem. I may have understood. The Bentley has a little problem of getting easy punctures on the tyres. So the only thing that comes to my mind is that the pressures of his tires are starting to dropping because of a slow puncture, and he's trying to hit them the tires to get the pressure back.
Oh, quite possibly then. Oh, there's Alistair.
There's an hypothesis, so it's not. I'm not entirely sure, but that's the only. Oh, there is the first turn of pit stop.
Yeah, Alistair Clinch. Yeah, that's early. That's going to leave him an hour. That's a decent length stint. Do you think he's perhaps timing it to get? He's perhaps timing it to get clean air, but yeah, both of us are in agreement. I would say you don't want to be doing any longer than 50 minutes, really, do you?
I mean, the only way is he was really fighting for a position, but as far as I know, Clinch was like 4 seconds behind Alex Phillips. So I suppose it's maybe for damages. Maybe he had some damages from the start, and he needed to repair them. But that's the only hypothesis I can think about, because it's really too early on the race, unless he wants to do 2 pit stops.
Yeah,
that's
perhaps.
A risky move.
Yeah, 2-stop strategy around here is very risky. It's 76% of your lap time, 74% of your lap time that's taken up. It's a very healthy chunk of your lap that's taken up going into the pits. So yeah, 2-stopper would definitely be bold. The track temperature has gone up 2 degrees. Whoa, I tell you what, he gets a great line, the Mercedes there then. Listen to that engine as well, by the way. You're welcome. Oh, he had a nibble, he's gone off. There was the slightest of touches here. He's corrected it. Well held, that driver. Giannis Saknis, take a bow.
It was close.
That was close. I twitched.
Okay, I think I was right because Golso has lost 1.7 seconds in one lap.
Wow.
So I think he has a slow puncture because the only thing that comes to my mind is he was way too close to McIntosh. He may have done a mistake somewhere around, and yeah, he's keeping doing it, trying to put more pressure on the tires, and it's a bit of a not a bit. It's a big problem because that's really early on the race to get a puncture. If he got it, I may be doing some I may say something stupid, but that's the only thing that comes to my mind. As I said, it's nothing more comes to those 1.4 seconds in the span of 1.5 lap.
Yeah, no, I'd be in agreement with you there. It's definitely doesn't sound like something stupid. It definitely seems the most plausible. Unless he is perhaps just back off to try and save his tyres a bit. But yeah, the constant wiggling would certainly
No, he lost another 0.3.
Wow. So he's hemorrhaging time. So even with a 50-minute stint, someone like Black Goldsaw's talent, you would think coming into the pits now, get that problem nipped in the bud sooner rather than later. You would think.
I will wait 2 laps. 2 laps maximum, and then I will go to pits. If he has that mistake, if he has that problem, I will wait 2 laps.
All right, okay.
Like going on the 52, 54 minutes.
No, looking at 2 different screens. Ryan Renwatt is who we are still on board with. Still got Hubert Szymanski just in front of him. Kind of closed back up a bit on Samir Foch. Of course, these drivers all up to 5th, 6th and 7th at the moment. Alistair Clinch was in the top 10 when he pitted, so it'll be interesting to see where he is in relation to the rest of the top 10 when they start taking their pits. We did think that's perhaps a bit early to be taking your pit stop round here. Is he going to suffer for that mistake at the end of the race? Still very much game on between Saknis and Bratsos then. Mercedes versus Aston Martin. Oh, the Mercedes looking very quick. Instantly takes the defensive line, Bratsos, to go into turn 1.
I'm looking at the times, and effectively they are losing 1 second from their best lap, almost everyone. So the tires are starting to fall off, that's for sure.
Right, okay, so there we go then. We did think that, and yeah, 6 minutes from... Oh no, sorry, we're only... Yeah, because we've got 16 minutes to go until the 50-minute mark. Black Goldsaw's recuperated sometime then, back to within a second. He was 1 point something and still very, very, very close here in this middle little battle. Is Ian Egan about to move on? Oh, he has. Ian Egan's got the move done on teammate Van Hal then. So Ian is up to 9th at the minute. Oh, Stefan's caught a lot of dirt there. That's going to compromise him hugely going into braking, but he's recovered that absolutely amazingly well. And he's still going to be well within slipstream range coming into the last corner complex. Yeah, but Ian Egan then up to 9th position at the moment. So great drive from Ian in the McLaren for the SOP team. Ryan Renmark still watching intently, hoping for some kind of mistake, some kind of opening to get himself up these 2 places. And I tell you what, they are not losing any time. To Gerardis, sorry, I was just trying to find him on the tool there. As you can see, Gerardis just up the road then from Samir Foch. He's trying to break the slipstream, although Yeah, it's a three-way battle for that, or two-way battle for that at the moment. Once the Ferrari closes up on the brakes here, the Porsche getting very, very close as well. Gerardis really is going to want to get his foot down here, or perhaps get in the pits and get out the way. Definitely don't want to get caught up in this battle too much. Oh, Szymanski late on the brakes here, avoids contact at the very last second, and all that's done is let Ryan Renoir. Hello. Say very much hello. Right under the rear spoiler now. Oh, look how close he's getting in that Porsche. Look at Mr. Cars undulating over those curves. The only way to get it done. Coming into the village then. Tight right-hander. Will they go side by side? Nope. Into the tight left-hander to come on to the last piece of straight tarmac. For the laps still there though. The three drivers still right within range. And Black Goldsaw, he's closed right back up again. Oh, it has a little bit of a wiggle there, but he's closed right back up there. Again, there, Chromadic. So perhaps it wasn't a slow puncture. Maybe he just made a little mistake. And yeah, now he's absolutely on fire again. Visibly right on top of the Porsche once again.
Yeah, he gained 1.3 seconds. No, way more. 1.5. He gained 1.5 seconds in 2-3 laps. So maybe it was just a... the pit. On the undercut.
The pits. Yeah, this will be a fun one to see. Ho-ho!
I mean, Clinch is the only one who was on new tires, and I wonder what time he's getting right now. Because... Oh,
Goldsaw, what is going on there? He can't even keep it on track. Something's wrong. Something's wrong with Goldsaw. He can't keep the car in a straight line. Yeah, he went on the grass twice there.
What? I don't understand.
Yeah, no, I'm as confused as you are. There's another wiggle there. What is going on? Maybe he trail braked a bit to get heat in the tyres. Oh, maybe, yeah. Maybe, but still not doing anything about the tyre situation.
No,
if he's having one.
He's keeping going not straight. I really don't know. I have no idea what's going on. Literally zero. Maybe some wheel problems. That's the only thing that comes to my mind.
Yeah, perhaps the problem is wheel. Yeah, I can't wrap my head around it either, if I'm honest. But it is certainly going to make for interesting viewing going forward, that's for sure. Gerardis in 4th, trying to get his way past Lucas Ziga, who is in 22nd at the moment. Samir Foch still got himself a lot of attention from Hubert Szymanski. Alex Phillips up to 7th, with Ian Egan up to 8th now that Ryan Renoir has taken his pit stop. Van Hal in 9th, Amoxopoulos in 10th. Ryan Renoir back out in 15th, is he? Yeah, so quite a few places, still 4 places ahead of Clinch. He hasn't lost any time in that pits. Let's have a look and see how Szymanski's getting. Ooh, Sir Foch, he's come into the pits then. Yeah, we did think about 50 minutes, so that's probably bang on a 50-minute stint then. By the time he gets out the pits and running, he's going to have a nice clean 50-minute stint left, but he's going to have older tyres compared to his competitors. So if you were Szymanski now, what would you be doing at this point? Would you be pulling the trigger to match Sir Foch, or would you stay out on these tyres until you notice a drop off and get yourself into the pits?
To be honest, I was looking on the leaderboard, and Renoir is almost in the middle of the traffic.
Be keen to use his good draw to his advantage
had the worst of it because he was really struggling
the pair of greys coming out there. Number 7 is Lethal Angel, one that's been well found in the betting, and 4
going well, but
Gray.
there are
Consistent
people
form recently
in the middle, and effectively you lose about a second per lap if there is traffic. So as it stands, I would wait some laps, maybe 2, just because the middle pack gets a bit less big. There is less traffic, so you can push harder. That's the main difficulty, because otherwise I will pit right now. But you also need to think about the people that are not pitting, that are on maybe 13th place, and you can find them on your way on your way out of the pit. So it's tricky. It's really tricky.
Yeah, it certainly is. It definitely
And
is.
Renault has overtaken Porsche on the pits. 3 seconds of gap.
Oh, but Renmar, I'm sure Renmar was ahead of Foch anyway. It was Foch was battling with... No?
Foch was... wasn't Foch in front?
Oh yeah, he was leading the way. Yeah, he was leading the way against Szymanski. Yeah, so Renmar then.
Okay, now it's what I was talking about, because Renault is really gaining on the car ahead.
Back marker,
instantly.
yeah.
No, I think it's Sakinis maybe.
Yeah,
no, it's
Saknis. Yeah, well, yeah, Saknis hasn't pitted yet, so he's out of position. So I don't think he'll put up too much of a fight here. Ooh,
yeah, but Sakinis is about a second in front, I think. Yeah, a second. And
Mr. Foch, sorry, I'm on board with Renmar.
No. It was Brassos who. Effectively, he's on. Okay, I'm doing a bit of confusion now. Wait a bit, because of the timetable. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was Bratsos. Yeah, Saknis is coming up to now. Sorry. Yes, it's me looking at.
So it's what I was talking about. It's about traffic. He needs to overtake them as fast as he can, to not get the overcut by. I can't say it correctly. Szymanski.
Szymanski.
Yeah.
You do better than some of our commentators, so.
Okay. Nice.
They'll all know who that
By the way, Saknis is on the pit lane, so Renault has a problem less, just one.
Yes, indeed. Oh, Goldsaw goes up the inside through the Luffield Corner complex to end lap number 20. Oh, I'll tell you what, is one of them going to come in the pits? No, they're not, so they're both now done. 42 minutes on their tyres, about 8 minutes of tyre life left. Depending on how good you are. Go side by side in turn one.
He can't.
Oh, little dab of the brakes. He's going to try for a cutback. The Porsches run wide. The Bentley's going to get a great run out of there again. Coming into this first this corner complex here is so high speed and so tricky on the brakes, balancing the weight of the car, getting the acceleration down as soon as possible, but not compromising your exit. Neither driver running wide. So coming into Maggots and Beckett's, it's going to be the slipstream special for Black Goldsaw.
The Bentley is OP on the straights.
Oh, it really is. Gets the kill.
Yeah, but I will
look at that, he's round the outside.
On the outside!
Oh, Ryan comes back over and defends the line. The Bentley takes him actually coming out the chicane. Look how close these two are. This is unbelievable driving from these two. Look how close that Porsche is.
Yeah, but I will definitely pit right now. He's really struggling, not to stay behind, but he's faster. He's clearly faster, but McIntosh he's doing a really good defending move every time, and Goldsaw just can't overtake properly. He gets the nose in front, but then the Porsche is just better on the exit. So I will pit 100% right now.
Well, let us see if Black Goldsaw takes the advice of our ever knowledgeable commentator.
Ooh, drifto.
Oh yeah, a bit of a drift there. Coming right through this last turn now, the pit entrance in sight. Both men flying straight past it. Oh, Bratsos and Hutchison are in the pit, so is Jeffrey. So it's going to be all fun and games and all fun and change on the leaderboard momentarily. Kingy McGee still needs to pit. He's up to 9th after some very efficient overtaking a few laps ago. He's got Musa Masoon just ahead of him. Stefan Van Hart up to 7th. Ian Egan's in 6th. Alex Phillips, AJ to the freshly married. P is in 5th. Then it's Szymanski, Sones, Goldsaw and McIntosh. Will it be that way come the end of the race? We've got 45 minutes still for these drivers to battle it out here in the IMB sponsored SOP. Was it GT World Challenge? GT Challenge World Sprint Series. Thank you, Simon, for the ridiculously long name. In fact, Simon, if you're watching, Discord link me, please. Egan and Van Hal, teammates coming into the pits. Squirrel. 2 SOP drivers in the pits as the 2 race leaders carry on. If you want to get involved in the racing, by the way, SOP Motorsport on Discord. This is on PC. We've got PS4 servers as well. We race Mondays. Monday, Wednesday and Saturday. There's even some GT4 action on a Sunday night as well. If you want to get involved here, let's come in the pits. Musa Masoon has come in to the pits as well.
I think Renoir has gained a second on Gerardis. Because of the undercut.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah, oh yeah, because Gerardis, of course, he has taken his pit as well. So yeah, so Gerardis, lead driver to have taken his pit. Look how close they are. Still, will either will come at the pit on this lap. Oh, a few games by Ryan there. He turned his car as if he was going to go in the pit. Black Goldsaw turned in as well. So Black Goldsaw showed his hand. Musa Masoon.
Oh, stop and go penalty.
30-second stop go penalty. That is speeding in the pit lane. He didn't get his pit limiter on quick enough. Or he took it off. Oh, Black Goldsaw's lost the back of the car there. This puts the back marker in an interesting position. Well, I say back marker. It's Stefan Van Hal battling out for 14th position. This is unbelievable. I can't imagine Goldsaw in my mirror for so long. Can't actually. I watched the replays of this. Not that there's ever anybody in front of him for this long usually, but yeah. That is a bit of a gap that's now formed then. Omar Moe has come into the pits. 43 minutes left of the race. That means we're rapid approaching the 50 minutes raced mark, and that is what we suspected may be the longest stint available to these drivers. Lucas Ziga certainly putting that to the test after pitting on lap 1. So where most drivers are coming to the end of a 50-minute stint, he is just getting one underway. He is still going strong. Michael Hutchison looking very racy indeed. Let's see if we can find him on a timing board. Going side by side then with Bratsos. Aston Martin v Aston Martin through Maggots and Beckett's have exited there side by side into the chicane.
They touched.
Ooh, they did touch. That was a pit manoeuvre there. Turned in a bit keenly. And the contact sent him spinning. It is a pity the contact model on this game is so terrible. But yeah, that was probably a fairly realistic representation of what would have happened there. Black Goldsaw once again. The Porsche comes in. Oh, completely inseparable, these two Chromatics. This is an unbelievable battle. Oh, and Sones is coming into the pits as well. Is Szymanski going to follow suit? Yes, he is. Alex Phillips, is he going to follow suit?
Yeah, we're on the mark, so it's...
AJ's going for one more lap. Oh, AJ's staying out. Lee, Kingy McGee. He's still got a bit to get to the pit stop. He's just coming through Village now. So Purcell and Huckabee Brown is still to take their pits. Musa Masoon back in the pits to take a stop-go penalty. And Ryan McIntosh, Black Goldsaw, Jordan Sones and Hubert Szymanski, the top 4 drivers in the race at the moment, are currently in the pits. It's going to be interesting to see. There's somebody moving. Where is Gerardis? Gerardis is coming into the last section of corners now. Oh, Goldsaw's got it done. 4-8 stop and go penalty. Who just got a penalty?
No, he cleared the penalty, but Goldsaw is now in front of McIntosh.
Wow, he is indeed.
Did he overtake on the pits?
Unbelievable, man.